I remember the day my little granddaughter Emma, just 7 years old at the time, looked up at me with those innocent blue eyes while we were sitting on a park bench. I had been massaging my legs, grimacing slightly. She put her tiny hand on my knee and asked, "Grandpa, why do your legs hurt all the time? Is it because you're really, really old?" Her question hit me like a ton of bricks, not because it was hurtful, children speak their truth, but because in that moment I saw myself through her eyes, a grandfather who couldn't play tag anymore, who needed to rest after just a short walk through the park, who winced when standing up from a chair. I wondered, is this who I've become? Is this who you've become too? That day changed everything for me. Not just as a grandfather who wanted to play with his grandchildren again, but as a physician who had spent decades helping others while neglecting the signals my own body was sending. I'm Dr. Robert Miller. At 91 years young, I've been practicing medicine for over 65 years. I still see patients 3 days a week at the senior wellness clinic I founded back in 1975. Over the decades, I've treated more than 28,000 patients, most of them over the age of 70. And here's what I've learned. What happens to our legs as we age isn't just about getting older. It's about the hidden habits that are silently destroying our mobility, independence, and joy. I see it every day in my practice. Martha, 82, who can't visit her sister anymore because the bus steps are too painful to climb. James, 75, who stopped attending his beloved church services because he can't stand long enough to sing the hymns. And Doris, 88, who burst into tears in my office because her grandchildren no longer ask her to attend their soccer games. The walking is just too much. The worst part isn't the pain, Doris told me, dabbing at her eyes. It's feeling like I'm disappearing from their lives, like I'm becoming a burden. I hear stories like this every single day. The shame of asking for help, the isolation of staying home rather than struggling in public, the quiet grief of watching life happen from the sidelines. The embarrassment of moving slowly in a world that's always rushing. And the worst part? Most doctors will simply tell you it's normal aging. Take a pill, use a walker, accept your limitations. But I'm here to tell you what they won't. It's not just about aging. It's about 5 specific habits that are actively destroying your legs from the inside out. Habits that no one has pointed out to you before. Habits that you can change starting today. Here's what most medical professionals won't tell you. Leg weakness, pain, and stiffness after 70 isn't simply wear and tear. New research from the International Journal of Geriatric Mobility shows that up to 67% of leg problems in seniors stem from correctable habits, not irreversible aging. The truth is that as we age, our circulation patterns change dramatically. The blood vessels in our legs become less elastic, and our body's natural repair systems slow down. But, and this is crucial, our daily habits can either catastrophically accelerate this process or remarkably slow it down. Most importantly, the nerve pathways that connect your brain to your leg muscles undergo subtle changes that affect everything from balance to strength. These neuromuscular junctions, the connections between nerves and muscles, become less efficient over time. But here's the groundbreaking discovery. These junctions can be rejuvenated at any age with the right approach. You've been told it's just old age. You've been told to accept it. But no one has told you the truth about what's really happening to your legs and what you can do about it. I'm going to share something with you today that has transformed the lives of hundreds of my patients. A simple 5-step protocol that you can do at home, that costs almost nothing, and that can begin to restore your leg strength and mobility in as little as 7 days. This isn't about expensive medications or complicated exercises that leave you more sore than when you started. This is about correcting the hidden habits that are sabotaging your legs right now. Habits you probably don't even realize are causing harm. Before I share these game-changing steps with you, let me be clear. This works for people in their 70s, 80s, and yes, even their 90s. I use these techniques myself every single day. And at 91, I still take the stairs instead of the elevator, still garden for hours on weekends, and just last month I danced at my granddaughter's wedding, the whole night. Now let me walk you through exactly what to do and what to stop doing to save your legs. Step 1. Eliminate extended sitting. The first deadly habit destroying your legs is sitting for more than 45 minutes at a time. When we sit for extended periods, blood pools in our lower legs, creating pressure in the veins and reducing circulation to muscles and joints. Over time, this starves your leg tissues of oxygen and nutrients. Here's what to do instead. Set a simple timer for 45 minutes. Whenever you sit down, when it rings, stand up and do what I call the three-point movement for just 60 seconds. First, rise up onto your toes 10 times, holding the back of a chair for balance. Next, gently march in place for 20 seconds, lifting your knees as high as is comfortable. Finally, do 5 gentle ankle circles in each direction. That's it. Just 60 seconds every 45 minutes will restore circulation and reactivate the neuromuscular pathways in your legs. For my patients who have trouble remembering, I suggest this elderly-friendly hack. Place a bright-colored coaster or small towel on your seat whenever you get up. This visual reminder means you won't sit back down without doing your quick movement break. Mrs. Eleanor Johnson, my 87-year-old patient, told me she was skeptical at first. "I've been sitting the same way for decades," she said, but after just 2 weeks of these mini breaks, she noticed she could stand up from her chair without using her arms to push up. "It's like my legs remember how to work again," she told me with tears in her eyes. This works because movement, even just 60 seconds, restores the pressure gradient needed for proper circulation. It's like priming an old water pump. A little action now prevents a complete shutdown later. Step 2. Correct your hydration pattern. The second deadly habit is improper hydration, specifically consuming most of your fluids in the evening. Many seniors tell me they limit daytime drinking to avoid bathroom trips while out of the house, then catch up on fluids in the evening. This pattern is catastrophic for your legs. Evening hydration leads to fluid retention overnight when you're not moving, causing morning stiffness and weakening the delicate blood vessels in your legs. Instead, follow the 70-30 hydration rule. Consume 70% of your daily fluids before 3 p.m. and only 30% after. Here's my elderly-friendly system for making this happen. Fill a 32-ounce water bottle each morning. Mark it with 3 lines, one at the third point, one at the 2/3 point, and one at the bottom. Your goal is to reach the first line by 10 a.m., the second line by noon, and empty it by 3 p.m. For those who find plain water unappetizing, try adding a slice of lemon, a few berries, or a sprig of mint. The subtle flavor makes consistent sipping much easier. My patient Walter, a former bus driver who's now 84, struggled with severe leg swelling for years. After implementing the 70-30 hydration rule, he called me after just 9 days. "Doc," he said, "I can see my ankles again. I forgot what they looked like." This approach works because proper daytime hydration maintains blood viscosity, how thick or thin your blood is, at optimal levels during your active hours. When blood flow is smooth and consistent, your leg tissues receive a steady supply of oxygen and nutrients, and waste products are efficiently removed. Step 3. Eliminate inflammatory footwear. The third deadly habit is wearing what I call inflammatory footwear inside your home. Most seniors focus on their outside shoes, but walk barefoot or in flimsy slippers at home. This creates a shock to your leg's support system every time you transition between supportive outside shoes and non-supportive home footwear. Studies show this on-off pattern of support confuses the proprioceptors, tiny sensors in your feet and ankles that tell your brain where your body is in space. When these proprioceptors receive inconsistent information, your leg muscles work harder to maintain stability, leading to fatigue, pain, and eventually weakness. The solution is the 2-shoe system. Have dedicated indoor shoes with proper arch support and cushioning that never go outside. These aren't slippers. They're proper supportive shoes that stay clean for indoor use only. For those with balance concerns, choose shoes with a slightly wider base and a back strap or enclosed heel to prevent sliding. My elderly-friendly hack. Place these indoor shoes right next to your bed each night, so they're the first thing your feet touch in the morning. Next to your favorite chair, keep a shoe horn with an extended handle so you never struggle to put them on. Dorothy, my 93-year-old patient who lives alone, implemented this change and called me within 3 weeks. "Dr. Miller," she said, "my children can't believe how much faster I'm moving. My son said he had to pick up his pace to keep up with me yesterday. Me, at 93. This works because consistent support means your leg muscles, tendons, and nerves receive the same feedback throughout the day. Your body isn't constantly readjusting to different levels of support, which preserves energy and reduces inflammation. In the supporting structures of your legs. Step 4. Reverse nutritional timing. The fourth deadly habit is consuming your protein at dinner rather than earlier in the day. Most seniors eat their largest protein-rich meal in the evening, the traditional dinner. But research from the Journal of Geriatric Nutrition shows this pattern deprives your legs of amino acids when they need them most, during daily activity. Your leg muscles require protein for repair and maintenance. When you load most of your protein at night, your body can't use it efficiently for leg muscle preservation during your active hours. The solution is what I call protein front-loading. Consume 60% of your daily protein before 2 p.m. Focus on easy-to-prepare, protein-rich breakfast and lunch options like Greek yogurt, cottage cheese, hard-boiled eggs, tuna, or pre-cooked rotisserie chicken. My elderly-friendly hack, on Sunday, prepare 7 small containers with nuts, cheese cubes, and a few pieces of dried fruit. Place these in your refrigerator as ready-to-grab protein snacks for the week. George, my 79-year-old patient who lives with his daughter, started protein front-loading after years of leg weakness. After just 3 weeks, he called me excitement, evident in his voice. "I carried my own groceries up the steps yesterday," he told me. "My daughter tried to help, but I didn't need her to. First time in 3 years." This approach works because amino acids from protein are most efficiently used during your active hours. By providing your leg muscles with building blocks when they're most active, you support the maintenance of muscle mass and strength, something especially crucial after 70. Step 5. Eliminate nighttime leg elevation. The fifth deadly habit is elevating your legs at night while sleeping. This might surprise you, as leg elevation is often recommended for circulation. However, recent research has revealed that prolonged elevation during sleep actually disrupts the natural circulatory rhythm your body needs. When you elevate your legs all night, you create what scientists call circulatory confusion. Your body senses the reduced pressure in your legs and adjusts by reducing the strength of venous return, the flow of blood back to your heart. Over time, this weakens the very vascular system you're trying to support. Instead, follow the 20-40 elevation protocol. Elevate your legs for 20 minutes in the late afternoon, between 4 to 6 p.m. Elevate them again for 20 minutes, about 40 minutes, before bedtime. Sleep with your legs flat or only slightly elevated, no more than 6 inches. My elderly-friendly hack. Use a wedge pillow with a gradual incline rather than stacking pillows, which can create pressure points. Mark your elevation times on your daily calendar or set an alarm on your phone or clock to maintain consistency. Ruth, an 86-year-old patient who had suffered from painful nighttime leg cramps for years, adopted this protocol reluctantly. "I've always been told to sleep with my legs up," she informed me skeptically. But after just 5 nights of the new pattern, she reported her first cramp-free sleep in over 2 years. This approach works because it respects your body's natural circulatory rhythms while still providing the benefits of targeted elevation. The afternoon and pre-bedtime elevations reduce swelling and support circulation, while the flat sleeping position maintains normal nighttime blood flow patterns that keep your leg tissues nourished throughout the night. These 5 changes may seem simple, perhaps too simple to make a real difference, but I've seen them transform hundreds of lives in my practice. Let me share just a few of these transformations with you. There's Margaret, age 82, who came to me using a walker after a lifetime of independence. Her 4 adult children had begun discussing assisted living because they feared for her safety. After implementing these 5 changes, Margaret regained enough strength and stability to use just a cane within 6 weeks. 3 months later, she walked her daughter down the aisle at her wedding, unassisted. "The look on my family's faces," she told me later, her voice breaking, When I stood up straight and walked by myself, I'll treasure that forever. Then there's Thomas, age 77, a former high school football coach who had become a shadow of himself. His leg pain had gotten so severe that he stopped attending his former players' games, events that had given his retirement years meaning and purpose. I felt like half a man, he admitted during our first consultation, sitting at home while the games go on without me. Thomas followed the protocol religiously. Within just 4 weeks, he attended his first game in 2 years. By the end of the season, he was walking the sidelines again, reconnecting with former players and feeling the rush of being part of the community he loved. My grandson asked if I would help coach his youth team next year, Thomas told me, his eyes shining with tears. He said, "Grandpa, you're not old anymore. That's worth more than any medicine." And finally, there's Irene, 90 years young, who had moved in with her daughter because she could no longer navigate her own home safely. The loss of independence had triggered depression, and she had begun to withdraw from life. "I used to dance," she told me during our first meeting, her voice flat and resigned. "Now I can barely make it to the bathroom without fear." Within just 7 weeks of making these 5 changes, Irene had regained enough confidence and stability to return to her own home with minimal support. And 3 months later, at her great-grandson's wedding, she danced. Not just one obligatory shuffle, but several dances throughout the evening. "My great-granddaughter recorded it on her phone," Irene told me during her follow-up appointment, pulling out the device to show me. "I watch it every morning to remind myself that I'm still here, really here." These stories aren't exceptions or miracles. They're the natural result of correcting habits that were silently destroying these seniors' legs, the same habits that might be destroying yours right now. I've shared these 5 critical changes with you today because I've seen too many seniors accept limitation and pain as inevitable. I've watched too many full, vibrant lives shrink down to the dimensions of a recliner and a television, and I know it doesn't have to be this way. Your legs can support you again. Your mobility can return. Your independence isn't just a memory, but you must act now. Every day these habits continue, more damage occurs, more strength is lost, more mobility disappears. I'm asking you, from one senior to another, to give yourself the gift of trying this protocol for just 7 days. That's all. Just 7 days. Mark your calendar. Note how your legs feel today and then check again 1 week from now. Pay attention to how you stand up from a chair. Notice how far you can walk before needing to rest. Observe how your legs feel. First thing in the morning. The changes might be subtle at first. Perhaps you'll notice slightly less stiffness when you first stand up, or a bit more energy during your daily activities. But these small improvements are signals that your body is responding, that healing has begun. Remember that your body wants to function well. It wants to support you. You just need to give it the right conditions to do so. And please, share this information with other seniors in your life, your siblings, your friends, your neighbors. We're in this journey together, and knowledge this important deserves to be shared. Before we part today, I want to leave you with the words I tell every patient in my clinic. It's never too late to reclaim your mobility. Never too late to strengthen what has weakened. Never too late to return to the activities that bring you joy. I believe in you. At 91, I'm still moving, still helping others, still embracing life fully. And you can too. Start today. Your future, self and the loved ones who want you in their lives, actively participating rather than observing from the sidelines, will thank you. Try these 5 changes for just 7 days. Your family will notice the difference, but more importantly, so will you. Thank you for spending this time with me today. If this information helped you, please like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with someone who might benefit. There's wisdom in our years, friends, and so much life still to be lived. Let's make sure we have the mobility to enjoy every moment of it.